Hi, I'm Al-Nasri bin Amir Hamza with number matrix S54760. Okay? For individual assignment managerial accounting, we need to, for chapter 1, we need to apply Excel. And then for question 1, for manufacturing, we need to transfer the data to several of format, which is a traditional income statement and contribution income statement. Okay, so for data we have sales 12,000 ringgit and variable cost for which is a cost of goods sold 6,000 ringgit and variable selling 600, variable administrative 400, for fixed cost fixed selling 2,500 ringgit and fixed administrative 1,500 ringgit. Okay, so we need to enter the data to using a formula to traditional format and contribution format for income statement. Okay, so for sales we get from the data using formula equal, which is the I have sales 12,000 ringgit B 7. We get 12,000 ringgit, and then minus cost of goods sold equal B7, which is B9 6,000 ringgit, and then we need to minus that sales 12,000 minus cost of goods sold 6,000. We get 6,000 for gross margin, and then we need to less also for selling and administrative expenses. For selling, we need to combine for our variable and fixed. So equal B selling B10 plus 600 plus B 1230. Then we get 3,100 ringgit, and for administrative equal B 11 400 plus fixed administrative B 5. So we get 1,900 ringgit. So we need to total for selling and administrative expenses 3,100 plus 1,900. So we get 5,000 for selling and administrative expenses. So for get net operating income, we need to minus selling and administrative expenses, which is gross margin minus gross margin 6,000 minus selling total of selling and administrative expenses 5,000, and then we get 1,000 for net operating income. So for the next method is contribution income statement. For sales, we take from the data if 12,000 equal B7 12,000, and then the difference of traditional format and contribution format is contribution format, the expenses is separately for variable and fixed, where the traditional format is we need to combine the fixed expenses and variable expenses. So sales minus variable expenses. So for cost of goods sold have 6,000 from the data, and then variable selling equal B10 600, and then for variable administrative equal B11 400 ringgit. So we need to total for variable expenses. We need we using formula sum equal sum, and then total for variable expenses 7,000, and then we need to minus variable expenses. So sales 12,000 minus So minus variable expenses total 7,000, and then we get 5,000. So 5,000 as a contribution margin, and then we need to minus for fixed expenses. Fixed selling equal B okay, and then we get 2,500 ringgit for fixed selling. For fixed administrative equal B40, we can get 1,500, and then we need to total for fixed expenses 2,500 plus 1,500, we get 4,000, and then for get net operating income, we need to contribution margin, sum using formula sum contribution margin 5,000 minus total fixed expenses 4,000, so we get 1,000. So we see that the traditional format and contribution format for net operating income is same. It is 1,000 ringgit. For question 2 is for job order costing. So okay, we have for chapter 2 applying Excel for job order costing. Data, we have data markup on job cost, job cost 75%, and then we have two department, which is milling and assembly. So milling is in our direct labor, total fixed manufacturing overhead cost, variable manufacturing overhead. So for milling department, using machine hour. For assembly, using variable direct labor hour. And then cost summary for job 407 machine hour. For mailing department 19, for assembly 4. Direct labor hour 5, for mailing assembly 20. Direct material mailing 800, for assembly 370. And then direct labor cost for mailing 17 ringgit. 17 ringgit, for assembly 218 ringgit. Step 1, calculate the estimated total manufacturing overhead cost for each department. For total fixed manufacturing overhead cost, we get from the data equal B10, which is we have for mining department 319,000, for assembly equal C, then we have 500,000. And then for variable manufacturing overhead per machine hour and direct labor hour, okay, equal to ringgit for mining first, and then for assembly 3 ringgit 75 cent. And then total manufacturing total machine hour and direct labor hour for mining, using total machine hour for mailing using machine hour 60 equal V8 16,000, for assembly equal using direct labor hour equals C9 18,000. And then we need to, for total variable manufacturing overhead, we need to multiply the variable manufacturing for mining per machine hour, multiply for total machine hours. So 2 ringgit multiply the we get 100 to 120,000. For assembly 3 ringgit 75 cent multiply 18,000. so we get 800,000. So for total manufacturing overhead, to combine the fixed manufacturing overhead cost and total variable manufacturing overhead, which using formula is equal sum 319,000 for fixed of manufacturing plus variable overhead 120,000. We get 510,000. Okay, for assembly, using formula sum 500,000 for fixed manufacturing plus 300,000 for variable manufacturing. So we get 800,000. And then step 2. For step 2, calculate the POHR in each department. So the total manufacturing overhead we just take from step 1 for total manufacturing overhead 5,100 for assembly 800,000. And then for total machine hour or direct labor hour, so for mailing department using machine hour, so we just take from data B B8 for assembly C C9 30,000. So in overhead for mailing department divided total machine hour for mailing department. So we get 8 ringgit 50 cent. For assembly, using formulas equal sum 800,000 divided 18,000 for total direct labor hour. So we get 10 ringgit. Okay, step 3. Calculate the amount of overhead applied from both department to job 407. Okay, for POHR per machine hour and direct labor for mailing department is using machine hour at ringgit equal, we just take from step 2. For assembly, it's 10 ringgit, just take from step 2, and then machine hour and direct labor hour for both of department. For mailing department, using machine hour 19. So 19 using equal, just take 19 for my mailing department. For assembly, using machine direct labor hour for assembly equal, just take 20 for job 4707 direct labor hour 20. Right. And then we need to multiply for get manufacturing overhead apply. So using formula equals sum 8 ringgit in multiply total machine hour for job for 07. So we get 765 ringgit. For assembly, using formula sum 10 ringgit multiply 20. So we get 2,000 ringgit. So for the next step 4, calculate the total job order cost for job 407. For mailing department, direct material, we just take from the data given. For direct material, 800 equal 800. So just take from the data given. For direct labor mailing department, just take 17. And then for assembly, it's same, just take from the data 317 ringgit. And then for direct labor equal assembly 215 ringgit. And then into to get for total of both department, total for department for mailing and assembly, we need to total it. So sum for mailing 800 plus assembly department 370,000, so we get 1,117. And then for total of the direct material, for total direct labor cost is and then for equal sum plus direct level for mailing plus 200,000, so we get 315 ringgit. So for manufacturing overhead apply, we get just take from step 3 answer, and then we need to total. Just for sum mailing department for manufacturing overhead apply plus assembly department. So we get 965 ringgit. So we need to go total for total cost of job 407. So we need to, also we get 2,885 ringgit. So step 5, for calculate the selling price for job 407. So for total cost of job 407, we just take from answer, the last answer for step 4, 2,485 ringgit. And then for markup, had 75%. So we need to multiply 75% multiply total cost of job 407. So equal sum, we just take from total cost for job 407 multiply 75%. So we get 1,863.75 cents. So for selling price of job 407, just minus some total cost job 407 minus markup 75%. So we get 621.25 cents in ringgit. So we get for selling price, okay, for 621 ringgit 25%. That's all for Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. For question 3 is process costing, which is it is chapter 4, applying Excel. So we can see the data has many data for process costing. So first, we have beginning in WIP, which is work in process inventory. Unit process 200, completion to material 55%, completion with respect to conversion 13%, and then material cost for WIP 6,600, the conversion cost 5,575 ringgit. Unit started is 5,000, and then for material cost for added 368,600, and then for conversion cost 315,900. And then for ending in work in process inventory, for unit in process 400, completion with respect to the material 14%, and the completion with respect to conversion 25%. So you need to enter the all of data to the formula, which is the first formula is weighted average method. With this, okay, firstly we need to find equivalent unit of production. So before we do the we find the equivalent unit of production, the data is didn't given for unit transfer to the next department, so we need to find it. So WIP 2,200, and then unit started 5,000, and then unit transfer for unit, okay, and then ending for what WIP. 400. So we need to send the WIP plus unit started. We can get 5,200, and then must send whether unit started and plus EWIP. So to do it, yeah. So so how to get get 5,200, which is unit transfer plus EWIP. So we need to minus 5,200 minus 400. So we get 4,800. So we just put that calculator, 5 cup for calculate, and then same for conversion. And then for equivalent unit in ending work in process inventory for material into equal sum 40% multiply 400. So we get 116, and then for conversion equal sum 25% multiply 400. You get 100. So we need to total for equivalent unit for material 4,800 plus 116. So we get 4,916. For conversion, it's same. We need to plus for unit transfer plus 100 for conversion. So we get 4,900. For cost per equivalent unit, cost of beginning work in process inventory, we just take from the data. For material cost equal for material 9,600. For conversion 5,575 ringgit, and then cost added during the period we get from the data, just take it equal material cost, and then for conversion equal just take from data, and then we just total for material 9,600 plus cost added during the period 368,000. So we get 378,200. For conversion, just plus for and cost added during the period, then we get 356,475 ringgit. Okay, so for cost of equivalent unit of production, we just take from equivalent unit of production. Before this we find, just take from equal, just take from this for material, it is, and then for conversion, and then we need to divide it. Total cost using formula sum, total cost for material divided equivalent unit of production, and we get 76 ringgit 25%. Whether for it is for material, and for conversion same formula sum, total cost for conversion divided equivalent unit of production for conversion. So we get 72 ringgit 75 cent. So for the next, cost of ending work in process inventory and the unit transferred out. So for ending work in process inventory, equivalent unit, we just take from before this we calculate For material 116, just take from this. And then for conversion, it's 100. And then so for cost per equivalent unit, we just take from before this we calculate. Okay, for conversion or cost per equivalent, just it will just 72 ringgit, 75%. And then we need to multiply for find the cost of ending work in process inventory equal sum 116 multiply cost per equivalent unit material, and then we get 12,200. And then for conversion, same formula. For conversion 100 multiply 72, 75 cents, and then we get 7,275 ringgit. Okay, and then we need to total cost of ending work in process inventory. So we sum 12,200 plus for material plus for conversion 7,275. And then we get for total cost of ending WIP is 19,475 ringgit. Okay, for find unit transfer, unit complete and transfer out. Unit transfer out to the next department is just take from before this 4,800. So like for this for conversion, and then cost per equivalent unit we just take from for material 76 ringgit, for conversion 72 ringgit, and then we need to multiply this for cost of unit transfer out. Sum unit transfer 4,800 multiply cost per equivalent unit for material, and then we get 366,000. And then we for conversion sum 4,800 multiply 72 ringgit, so we get 349,200. And then we need to total of cost of unit transfer out material. For material sum we need to total this plus material plus conversion, so we get 750,200. So for cost reconciliation, cost of to be accounted for, cost of beginning WIP, okay, we need to total for cost of equivalent. We need to find the total of cost of equivalent unit 6,600 plus for material plus commission cost of beginning, so we get 15,000. Okay, so for the cost reconciliation for cost of beginning WIP, we just take from this 15,000, and then for cost added to production during the period, we just take from this cost added during the period for total of material plus conversion, and we can get using formula sum, we can get the total cost to be accounted for, and we get 734,675 ringgit. And then we find cost accounted for as follow: cost of ending WIP is, we just take from this equal, just take from cost of ending WIP is 19,000, and then cost of unit transfer out is 715,200. So we total for file cost accounting for file using formula sum cost of ending the EWIP plus cost of unit transfer out. So we get 134,675 ringgit. So we can see total cost to be accounted for need same to the of total cost accounted for. So the value need same. So that's all for explanation from me. Thank you.